welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that is going to record this episode from inside of a flying prison. It's Adam Hodgins.
So I just assumed that the black box would do the recording for me, and I brought no equipment. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, you sound great.
All right. As long as this black box is working, we'll be okay.
Yeah, and just pay attention to people lighting other people on fire, all right? Watch out for the people in the cells.
Yeah, the cells within the cell. I like those guys. They're a risk versus reward having them part of your posse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of, you're right. It's like putting $5,000 on a team you know is going to lose. That if they do win, you're going to make a lot of money, but you're not going to win most of the time.
No, you're not. But it's okay because you can tell that story.
So I'm going to ask you a question. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here, and we're going to jump into this movie. But before we do, I want to ask you a really serious question. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Okay. You're at a nice cafe. You're enjoying a gelato. It's quite good. It's pistachio. Perfect weather. It's not leaking. The spoon is a little small. You're a little miffed about the spoon, but that means more bites. So you kind of you're like, I didn't like it, but I would have been done with it if I had a big ice cream scoop. Not
to cut you off, but I'm a small spoon guy. If I'm eating ice cream or cereal, I like to get the smallest spoon I can.
I don't see a point to the big spoon.
No, it's done. It's over. You need to enjoy your food, not just get it in. It's not a mission. You want to enjoy your food. Well, you can.
Did I pick the correct gelato? Are you down for a pistachio gelato?
I'm not anti-pistachio at all.
Good. So I'm getting you pretty good here. I've gotten your essence. You're wearing a wonderful plaid shirt. Your sleeves are rolled up past your elbows, though.
That's my style.
Your shirt isn't buttoned all the way up. You tip nicely. Every time someone gives you eye contact, you say hi, but not overbearingly. It's a perfect day. And everyone's like, hey, this guy's friendly. He's radiating something. When you get surrounded, right, by 7 beefy individuals. Now, these aren't beefy individuals from Aquaman who turn out to be nice. They kind of threaten him, but then they want pictures with him, and then they all drink beer together and have a great night. These are beefy individuals who they mean harm. And when you look at them, you just go, these are different levels from me, right? You put down your gelato and you're like, something's up. I don't know what's going on. The leader of the beefy individuals walks up. I mean, he doesn't look like, she doesn't look like the biggest of all of them, but you're like, this is the meanest, right? This person is the meanest of all of them, clearly. Everyone defers to this person. This person walks up to you and says, Adam. You're like, how do you know my name? Like
they know it,
and they never answer it, right? And so you're shook, right? Your spoon is tapping around the glass of this gelato bowl.
I'm not nervous, but I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you try to play it cool, but since your spoon keeps hitting the glass of the gelato thing, I don't know why they gave you glass. It's a really nice cafe, right? Beautiful cafe. And you're actually doing work in downtown Montreal for some reason. I don't know why, but you're down there just eating some delicious gelato.
You're painting an incredible picture here. I love this.
Yeah, you have there's like a nice monastery across from you because, Montreal has those, like really great, two streets, cars going back and forth. Not too much, good foot traffic. You can smell the baguettes wafting from the bread store next to you.
They call those bakeries here in Canada.
Yeah. And so.
Bread store.
Yeah. Well, you never know, right? I mean, listen. There are places called the Container Store. So why would there not be a place called the Bread Store?
There is.
I mean,
okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to come back to store names in a minute, but keep going.
And so everyone's getting a whiff. The leader stops for a little bit, smells the baguette, and kind of clocks it that after this is all done, I'm going to go get some of that. Like, I'll pay. I don't want to take local businesses out of business. Like, I'm bad news, but I'm not going to rip somebody off. I'll rip their arms off, but I won't rip them off, right?
Right.
So they walk up to you. The person does the Eddie Griffin crazy eye from the New Guy. Just goes, like, you get it. And they say to you, you get to pick one movie. You get to pick one. And they go, Con Air, Face Off, The Rock. Oof. And then they look at you and they go, you have 5 seconds. And you're like, well, 5 seconds from now when you started? And then they just, knowing you were going to ask that, they pick up a cell phone and press a button, and it starts going. So 5, 4, 3.
And so you pick Con Air without even thinking
2.
about it.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you've nailed my Nicolas Cage holy trinity of Face Off, Con Air, and The Rock.
The prison trilogy.
And so I saw that run of movies when I moved from my hometown of Nipigon, Ontario, to Trenton, Ontario, when I was 14. It was a big move for us. And so on the way, on the trip from Nipigon to Trenton, we stopped at a hotel for the night and went and saw The Rock that night. I remember just being blown away by it. But it was the first time I saw Nic Cage, like, kind of do an action movie that was like a blockbuster movie. He'd been in like Moonstruck before that, and like A Time to Kill, and Valley Girl, like all his like other stuff, but he hadn't really been like a star yet in my mind.
Yeah.
And so we saw that, and then it was like 6 months later we saw Con Air, and then like remember when he was, well, you know the movie, we'll talk about it in a second, but you're like, yeah, Nic Cage is Nic Cage, and then in Con Air he's just like jacked for some reason, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, very athletic.
Very athletic. He's doing those things in his cell where he's just like hovering. You're like, what is happening?
Very strong water pipes. The sprinkler system in that prison is wild.
Right. And then the next year we came out with Face Off, and you know, it just kind of, it was this neat little like, oh, I guess Nic Cage is the greatest actor in the world now. And then we all know what happened after that. But he's never been not entertaining. But no, Con Air is one of three movies, Mark. Three movies that I watch annually on a specific day.
Wow.
So on my birthday, I watched The Beastmaster as a present to myself because it's my hands down all-time favorite feel-good movie to watch, The Beastmaster.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. The first day of summer, I watched First Blood because I just, when I was a kid, there was, it was like 1988. I watched for First Blood and First Blood Part 2. My dad taped them for me off the movie station. We had like a preview weekend, and all summer I just played Rambo. And then like halfway through the summer, my neighbor, who's this old French lady, her name was Fern, and she brought over a toy she had found in her backyard, and it was the Coleco Rambo action figure. And I was like, this is the greatest. And so that all summer I was just Rambo. So summer is like my Rambo movie. And so I watched the first day of summer, I watched First Blood every year. And I also annually watch Con Air. And what day do you think I watch Con Air on, Mark?
Okay, so Con Air is when you start turning on your air con. So June 1st.
No, you're thinking too hard.
When?
I watched it on July 14th.
Whoa. So we got summer right.
We got summer right, but I'll see my daddy for the first time on July 14th. It's all in the movie. So that's the day he comes home, so that's the day I got to watch Con Air.
I failed.
It was right there the whole time for you, Mark.
You served me up, man. Oh my gosh. You were Patrick Swayze in Youngblood, and I was Rob Lowe, and I just missed that puck from your assist.
I made a Youngblood reference today. My buddy Steve got it. He's like, "Oh, Youngblood," and I was like, "Yes, we got one."
Now, knowing what you know about these burly individuals, are you going to say Con Air at 4 seconds or Con Air at 1 second?
I'm going to wait till 6 seconds.
Wait, what?
I'm going to play out the clock, Mark.
Oh, man. They'll like that.
Yeah, I think they're going to respect that a little bit. I'm not going to talk out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to take a spoonful of my gelato.
Tiny spoonful.
Eat it. I'm going to savor it. I'm going to like slowly pull the spoon out, put it in my cup, wait till the 6 comes up, and I'll say, it's not even a question worth asking. It's clearly Con Air.
Well, you're brave.
I'm going to say, you don't think it's something else, do you? Like, I'm going to turn it back on them. Why would you even ask that question? Put them in the spot where they need to be like listening to me now.
And they're not used to that.
No, it's going to catch them off guard.
Wow. And while they just basically shrink into nothingness, you're gonna get another gelato, then leave.
No, what I'm going to do is stand up slowly, open up. I have a computer side bag with me. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to pull out a stuffed bunny and hand it to them and walk away.
Oh, I love it. So, and then they just explode like in Kingsman. Perfect.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay, sorry to do this to you. Con Air is the most watchable because, okay, I think Face Off is a beautiful. They let John Woo be John Woo, and that's why it has a 92% tomato meter score. That's why it is what it is. The
So
Rock
here's
is
why-
good. Oh, sorry, go for it.
So here's why Face Off is a near perfect action movie, like popcorn action movie. But here's why it loses points for me. Because I'm also a huge fan of Hard Target.
Oh, John Woo.
And if you watch Hard Target and Face Off, Woo uses like 80% of the same shots.
Oh, he does all that in Hard Boiled and The Killer too. He goes back.
Right.
He's like Del Toro. They have a list of things and they do it really, really, really well. Really, 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 really well.
Right. But like the end fight was like back to back against a wall, and there's pigeons flying everywhere, and there's like two guys. Like it's almost a shot for shot remake of the Hard Target final fight.
Mm-hmm. But without Arnold Vosloo, which makes everything better.
Right. The Hard Target was so good because of that line where he says, "Do you still have that rifle?" He's like, "No, a gator ate it." I'm like, that's such the perfect thing for Wilford Brimley to say.
Why'd they name you Chance? Because my mama took a chance.
My mama took one.
All right, so I think Con Air is the most watchable because The Rock. Okay, if someone said Mark pick the best of the three, I guess I'll put The Rock, right? Because of Ed Harris's very layered performance. I messed that one up. Now,
Yeah, no, Ed Harris is great. Sean Bean is great. Sean Connery is great.
What I don't like is the kerfuffle in San Francisco. Now, Accelerate, the movie that we've talked about, has an upward hill, which chase up the hills of San Francisco. Groundbreaking.
Right.
I just, like, they're murdering people. And Sean Connery's like, oh, sorry. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. I'm not going to do that. He's just trying to.
He stops the impersonation halfway through.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. He was a great actor. But the character written in that film, where he just starts racing down the hills and people get destroyed, and then they go to the Rock, what feels like an hour in. It's once they get into the Rock, I love it, but I just don't want that build up. Con Air, you're in the plane in 14 minutes, and then all movie, like all action, just up.
Exactly. So it to me has the Die Hard pacing.
Yes.
Where you hit the ground running and you're go, 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 go.
Just gets there. And you know what's interesting is I've been spending, so I did an episode about Face Off and I love The Rock. I wrote an article about The Rock for Cracked about some Bokeem Woodbine's acting, which is amazing. And then I watched this. These are three very layered performances by Nicolas Cage. So you have Stanley Goodweather, correct? Goodspeed.
Yep.
Yeah, where he's just the lab guy, right? And then he finds his toughness.
Exactly.
In Face Off, he's the good guy. He's the bad guy becoming the good guy. Becoming the good guy. He's the bad guy who becomes the good guy, but has to play the bad guy. In Con Air, this is something what I really like about Cameron Poe. When he comes back to see his wife after he's done with the Army Rangers, when he comes back to see Trisha, she's like, "Don't go back in your old ways." And he beats the tar out of those bar patrons.
A lot of palm strikes.
And in this movie, too, he's still fighting people. So, and he's arguing with the cops. Like, he's looking at him like, "I'm going to get that back from you." So he has an edge, but he's an extremely capable human being in this movie. There's really no baggage with him. I just want to get home to my kids. And it's a refreshing take on his character. There's very little baggage. You know he'll get home to his family.
You know what my favorite moment in this movie was? This is going to sound like a weird, sappy favorite moment. But when he's writing his letters back to his lady, and he's like, "There's no one to blame but myself. I got to do this." And he like owns it.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's not saying like, "I got screwed by the system. This is unfair." He's not like he's saying like, I made a mistake and I got to own it. And so I think that just goes to his character of like, yeah, he's taking responsibility for something that he's done. And you don't see that very, very much in 2020. It's always somebody else's fault.
And he does some solid acting, too. When Willie Sims gets shot, the look on his face. So I got to say, you know Meg. You love Meg. She's been on many episodes with us, many of our videos on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. I put the movie on. Meg's upstairs, and she goes, "Are you watching Con Air?" She just knew from the song. It was the proudest moment of my life.
Well, I was gonna say when I was in the gelato shop, is How Could I by Trisha Yearwood playing in the background while this is happening.
That'd be beautiful foreshadowing. But it's
right.
Okay, so I don't know. I just like his character. He just seems very capable. I like the moment when he says, "Many hands make light work." That's what my daddy told me. And then John Malkovich, Cyrus, like, "You know what my dad taught me? Nothing." And then Cameron says, "Oh, self-taught man." And Cyrus loves it. He chews it up. He smiles. And
I want to say, Nicolas Cage's performance in this movie is so good. You often forget that John Malkovich is even in this movie until you start watching it.
And he is that scene where Swamp Thing's flying, and he says something. He makes a pun to Cyrus. Cyrus does this cheeky, very understated smile. It's acting at its finest. Now, we got to do something, and I'm going to interrupt the flow a little bit, but I've been teasing you with something over the last month, right?
You have. It's been driving me crazy.
So during a Deep Blue Sea podcast for the show, we were talking to somebody, and they were saying that they were going to try to put a Con Air seating chart together, but they failed spectacularly. Like an entire publication, one of the biggest publications in the world, they were like, I don't know, something happened, we just couldn't figure it out. So I was like, oh, well, I'll try. So I've been eyeballing Con Air because we've had this episode scheduled for close to a month. I've been eyeballing it. I have been freeze framing it to build the seating chart from when they first board the plane, and then they let the prisoners off, and then when they take off after everyone loads in on Carson City. So I have 2 seating charts for this film. Now, the problem with this was there are characters in this movie that you never get their names, right? And some of them don't. You have Con number 1. And then the toughest thing for me was finding a couple names. So one was Ronald, who's played by Doug Hutchinson of Punisher Warzone fame. But you only see him in 2 shots. You don't see him.
Right.
But so I went and hunted. I freeze framed it. I have a big TV. I went, okay, I got him. So it left me down to one person. So I was like, I need one more name. And you know me, I'm not going to put something out there that's not completed.
No, you got it. You got to do it. You got to do it right. If you're going to do it right.
That's right. So I took some screen grabs and I went on Twitter and I tweeted at some of the actors that were in this movie. Now, Blade, the guy who says, "Can't he stop singing?" The guy who comes in at Carson City who survives the gunfight, he's on the plane at the end. The incredibly nice gentleman responded to me. So so let me get his name real quick. So Blade is played by. He's pretty high up in the credits here. I just got to find him. I hate that I don't have his name ready. But yeah, so Blade gave me, Ty Granderson Jones gave me a wonderful assist. And so he told me that the one guy who gets on at Carson City, they're supposed to bring in 10, they only bring in 9.
Okay.
And in the background of these scenes, there's a guy you see with a hat. And also Con number 1 wears a hat and then he doesn't wear a hat, which really throws me off because it's lack of continuity. And when you're making a seating chart, so I was like, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. And then he disappears in the gunfight. We never see him again, and he's not on the plane at the end. Turns out that he is the brother. Ramirez is the brother of a famous stuntman. And so he, I guess, and he also does stunts, this Ramirez. So he's Gilbert Rosales, and his brother, Thomas Rosales Jr., who you would recognize, he's one of Sandino's gunmen. That's who it is. So I found out that in a very long, this took me a long time because I wasn't going to give up on it. So I figured out that Ramirez was there. So I'm going to send you something in Skype. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you can't see it, but I am sending Adam these wonderful.
I would say unless you're involved in this Skype call, you can't see it.
And I'll put it up on the post so you can see it. But I sent Adam, my wife Megan, put together a seating chart. So I put together all the names. She made a beautiful thing in Illustrator. And so now we have a 100% correct seating chart for the film.
This is incredible.
And I'm telling you, I had to reach out to actors. It got really stressful. I was like, I gotta finish this. I gotta do it. I gotta bring it because I didn't want to not have it.
I like Old Con. That's a great name.
Yeah, so it's interesting here because I guess if you want to think about these characters, so in 2B is Carl's. He's the Nazi guy who gets punched in the face, gagged, and shot in the head.
Right.
And then we have Londell. He's a character. He gets off at Carson City. Con number 1, he's throughout the whole movie. He has a mustache. He's a stunty.
Yep.
He's been in there, he's been in a ton of movies. In 3B, we have Ajax. He's the guy that gets smushed when something lands on him during the gunfight. Yep. And then in 3C, we have the old con who's like, I'm getting too old for this. And he walks to the back. That's his name in IMDb.
He should have been played by Danny Glover.
Oh, that would have been amazing. And then 4B is Donald. No, I'm sorry, I said his name was Ronald, but it's Donald, played by Doug Hutchinson. He never gets a line. We see him in the background, then he disappears. And then we have Benson, who gets shot.
Yeah.
And then that's thanks to pinball. He's like, we got Popovich, Benson, and Carls. And then he explains that they're all dead. And then Johnny 23 is in, 4D. And then we have the Cages, 1, 2, 3, 4. They say that on, who's in it. So Diamond's in 1, Cyrus is in 2, Billy Bedlam's in 4. And then to run it out, we get Willie Sims, the undercover cop. Then we get Cameron Poe, Baby Odell. Warlock is the guy who gets lit on fire. Pinball is Dave Chapelle. Watts is the guy sitting behind Nic Cage. Popovich is the older gentleman who gets shot in the face when he attacks Willie. And then we have a bunny in the cargo hold.
Bunny in the cargo hold. That's my favorite part. Bunny in the cargo hold.
It's so good. And, the world needs more crouching fights.
Yeah.
That fight plays out in crouch form.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And there's something everybody has. Earlier today, I was helping my buddy. We built a loft in his garage and made a hoist for bringing boxes up there. And I was up there using the hoist, and I went to stand up, and I hit my head on like a beam as I was in the corner. And so everyone has had that sensation when you're crouching down somewhere and you stand up too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And Cameron Poe nails that guy's head where he just stands up when he was on top of him, and you felt that pain.
I mean, and there's a scene where he does a sit, so he's on all fours, and he lifts up and he smushes Bedlam into the thing. I mean, it's an impressive fight scene. And also later on in the movie, Nicolas Cage throws a spin kick.
He does. He does throw a spin kick.
A beautiful spin kick.
Like a Chuck Norris quality spin kick.
And I know people will laugh at it, but it's just, when I think about Nic Cage, right, I think he's one of my favorite actors. Truly, National Treasure, Mandy. He's been really crushing it.
He's done some great stuff.
Adaptation. I mean, he is a wonderful. His Oscar is deserved. In Kiss of Death, he is a BAMF for sure.
Kiss of Death, man, that was my high school go-to watched on a Friday night movie.
The movies with him in a tank top, Con Air and Kiss of Death, they do pretty well. He needs more tank top movies.
He just have one called The Gun Show. Just own it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. But
you mentioned a movie called The Gun Show with Nicolas Cage, where he's working the almost like flea market gun circuit, where he just sells old prop guns and stuff at flea markets. But then he gets mistaken, the Big Lebowski style, for an actual gun runner.
This is amazing.
That's the next fantasy movie right there.
Gun Show. That's beautiful. That's like my sequel to this, Aircon, where he flies around like a Rocketeer.
Oof.
Can you find a Rocketeer picture and just put Nic Cage's head on it? I'm not good with Photoshop, so I know that's a big ask.
So I've made a number of Rocketeer Photoshops. That's one of my go-to movies, bro. You want to know why?
Why?
Same director as First Avenger.
Oh no, coming back at it. So, oh brother. So this movie, Simon West. I think Michael Bay. When you watch the behind the scenes videos of this, Michael Bay was all over this. But I think Simon West was really good at capturing what this movie needed. And what's interesting? Before he made this movie, he was doing music videos and he did commercials. So he went from Budweiser, and then he just went to get this, Con Air. And then he did The General's Daughter. And then he did Lara Croft Tomb Raider. This dude, he started off pretty hot with those 3 movies because they were events. And I mean, as a rookie director, I know Michael Bay was there. Does this movie have fat on it? Is there fat on this movie? Is John Cusack necessary?
I don't know. I think the relationship between John Cusack and Chief O'Brien is my favorite relationship in the movie.
Oh wow,
I love it. I can't get enough of it. I love that Joan Cusack is in this movie.
Yeah, that's great. She just gets a payday with him, and he hates this movie. Cusack. He's like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah. So I guess not hate. That's a strong word. But he's like, yeah, I don't like it. He's like, I do Con Air to make these movies. So I do a studio picture to make these movies. He's like, they're not good.
So, but you know about Danny Trejo in this movie, right?
So what was Danny Trejo in this movie?
So when asked by Kevin Smith, who's the toughest guy in Hollywood, Danny Trejo's response was John Cusack.
Yeah.
Because it's not about how tough you are, it's about that killer instinct in your eye. And he says there's something crazy about that guy's eyes.
So these people that corner you, these large people, they have those eyes.
Yeah, they got those Cusack eyes.
I do love that quote, by the way. And I mean, he's been in so many prisons that I mean, he knows what he's talking
crazy.
about. He knows tough.
Yeah. But he says he's been on sets with tough guys before, but Cusack never bragged about being a tough guy. But every day he had his kickboxing coach on there, and between scenes he'd be like training with his kickboxing coach.
Benny the Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great hallway fight in Grosse Pointe Blank.
Exactly.
That's his trainer.
Yeah.
He
has him with him on all his sets. He's just there training.
And Say Anything, he was a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Man.
He's putting a lot of his eggs in the kickboxing basket. I love that line.
I've always admired Cusack because he's this. I liked Say Anything, right? I liked Lloyd Dobler because he's the nice guy who can also kick you in the face. And so
right. You don't see it coming, though.
No. And during those times in the 80s, that delineation was not there, right? You had the jocks, you had the nerds, you had the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the Norrises. You never had the super friendly face who could also kick you in the face. And
no, exactly.
I remember watching Say Anything and going, wow. And then Goon came out. And those are my two favorite friendly face punchers on the planet. Right there. And Cameron Poe, I don't think he's friendly. I think Cameron Poe has an edge, but his heart is in the right place. Would you lump him in with those two?
Yeah, no, I don't think he's a friendly guy. I think he loves who he loves, but I don't think he's like he's got the Colgate smile going on.
Yeah, I gotcha. And he's going to get into fights later on in his life.
Correct? Oh yeah, no, there's definitely a Con Air 2 coming along.
Yeah, back in prison. So
in prison.
How bad? So he gets reunited with his family. They go out in Vegas. Right. And these guys start a fight with him, and he kills them. And then he has to go back in jail for another 10 years. No,
the story is on his daughter's prom night, someone tries to get handsy with her.
Oh, so he faces off the kid.
Just say it. Yeah, no, he's clearly
up
late. He's waiting for this kid to come home, and then they're in the car, and he's like, and she says no, and he won't stop, and all of a sudden, Dad rips him out of the car, Taken style. Palm strikes him in the nose because that's his move. Gets put back in prison, and this whole thing, Con Air, comes on, right?
If I'm the judge, I'm going to say to him,
Con Air 2, Back on Track, and it's on a train.
Oh, so it's like Under Siege on a boat than on a train.
Right.
Wow. Man. It's like Snowpiercer meets Under Siege 2.
Yes. Now, I always said that as much as I love Con Air, I think it could have almost been better if it was made in 1986 instead of 1996.
That's interesting. How so? How come?
Well, I think the cast would be different. And so I would love to see in the Cameron Poe role, it would be Chuck Norris as right? Check this out. You're going to love this. As the Cyrus the Virus role, it would be Dolph Lundgren.
Yes.
Right? To have that kind of play off each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the John Cusack role, it would be Dirk Benedict from the A-Team.
So would this be rated R?
Oh, in the 80s, hard R.
Yeah, oh man. There would be 400 passengers on the plane, though, and Chuck would kill most of them.
Right. And the Johnny 23 would be played by Enzo from Lethal Weapon.
Oh, I love it. Let's see. Gary Busey could be Swamp Thing.
Yep. Easily he could be Swamp Thing.
Now, here's what's interesting is what sets this movie apart is, aside from the battle in the desert, which is quite anticlimactic, I would say. It's very John Cusack gets a tractor and then everyone's back on the plane. This is a relatively constrained film, would you say?
Yeah.
It's more it's character led.
Yeah, it's they're in the plane. That's kind of where it takes place for, I'd say, 80% of the film. You know, John Cusack does some stuff, but it's all like this weird, like, desert background. And that's why I'm going to say the Vegas at the end feels odd.
Yeah. The fire chase?
Yeah. It just feels like it's a different movie.
I could do without that, but then it goes to Cyrus the Virus's death.
Right.
I mean, He's on a fire ladder. He gets shot through a catwalk. He lands on electrical wires, and then he falls onto a face stomper. That's just what I'm going to call it.
Yeah. I think it's the same face stomper that killed the Terminator in the original Terminator.
I mean, had they just watched Goldeneye and just went, yeah. Like, I mean, what were they, like, we got to recreate a Sean Bean death? Like, what?
I don't know. And personally, I would have kept Cyrus alive.
It's just, but
he's such a great villain. I think that you keep him alive and then you have sequel written all over it. This thing is screaming for a sequel.
And it's just, okay, so I can buy that these prisoners would The Rock the military. They get the high ground, they surround them, they put them in a tube of death, and they blow them up, right?
Right.
But why is there a fire truck chase at the end? But okay, this is why. John Cusack and Nicolas Cage on motorcycles riding together. Now, this is Con Air. This is still the 90s, right? This 97. Yep. Now, Schwarzenegger's not as big as he was. Stallone is not as big as he was. Jean-Claude Van Damme isn't still there. Wesley Snipes is kind of going through some rough patches. Dolph Lundgren's doing direct-to-DVD films. So you don't have the burliest of action stars. I mean, this is kind of when the Christian Slaters have taken over, the Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, this is a product. If Speed doesn't happen, Con Air doesn't happen.
I agree. Just the sense of, like, I love the relationship between Annie and Jack in Speed. It's not, there's no damsel in distress. There's no, they're equals and they're cool. And he's like really nice. It's such a pleasant thing to watch, the two of them. And now I think another thing I like about Speed is he doesn't have to get on that bus, but he does. In Con Air, he could have left, but he stays. So you have people that you can get behind. You have heroes you can get behind. And I think they both succeed in that. And it's just, I guess going back to the point is watching John Cusack and a very burly Nicolas Cage on police motorcycles chasing down Ving Rhames and John Malkovich on a fire truck.
Yeah.
Come on, like that
should have been the Chips movie we should have got.
Oh yeah, that movie's weird. Did you watch Chips?
This is a deep cut into the Hodgins lifestyle. My most nostalgic television show from growing up is I would go home at lunchtime and eat lunch and watch Chips with my mom, and it was like such an endearing show to me. I have it all on DVD. My wife hadn't ever seen it, so when we were pregnant with our first child, I was like, they said plan for like a long labor. So I bought season 1 of Chips to watch when she was in labor. Like when labor starts, boom, Chips. And then when that movie came out, I watched it and I was like, this has none of the feel that Chips had. Like none of it. It's so weird to watch.
The only parts I remember liking are Michael Pena and his love of yoga pants. And then Adam Brody is a jerky cop.
Yeah, but none of those things were
Chips.
Like Chips things. That's just like a funny movie.
I guess they should have called it Motorcycle Cops.
They could have called it anything, but like if you're gonna give me a Chips, like give me an earnest Chips movie.
Yeah, that movie tanked.
Give me John Cusack and Nicolas Cage and Chips.
I mean, but just okay.
I'll make that poster. I'm making a list of posters to make the Rocketeer. Who was in the Rocketeer?
It was Billy Baldwin. Cage. No. Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage and Aircon. And then I'm going to make the Chips movie poster. Okay, we got some stuff happening.
I mean, watching just the two of them on motorcycles chasing John Malkovich down. Now, it does not belong in that movie. It almost feels like the train ride on Speed, where you're just like, here's the train scene again. And then you have, here's the bus scene again in Vegas.
Well, I also think that much like Last of the Mohicans, this is kind of an exhausting movie to watch. Like it's really like there's a lot going on, and I think by the time the motorcycle thing happens, I'm just so exhausted from the high stakes of the airplane that I don't know if I got anything left in me for it.
Don't get me started on Last of the Mohicans, man. That gets me emotional. So
I would say if I said to my father, pick the 5 best movies ever, he would look at me and say, "Son, I only need 3." And his 3 movies would be Con Air, Last of the Mohicans, and Sniper with Tom Berenger.
I mean, they're very effective movies that know exactly what they are and they execute well on it. Now,
Right.
I'm going to ask you a question.
I love it.
How long, did Cyrus the Virus build that model? And how long did it take him when he's giving the breakdown of the battle to the prisoners? Like, what's that? That's a rock. Did he pull each individual thing? Did he hunt down those Coke cans? What was his method, and did he do it himself?
No. I think he said to his lackeys, he says, "Go get me some stuff." And I think in a deleted scene, we saw him trying to describe what was going on, and nobody could follow. They just didn't get it. Mm-hmm. So then he was like, "Okay, get me some stuff. I need to put this in a very visual place so you guys can understand it." And so then, Johnny 23 and all his underlings went and got him stuff, and then he put it together in front of people.
Got it. Did he say stuff, or did he say knickknacks, or did he say tchotchkes?
He said, "Go get me some tchotchke," 100%.
Got it. Cool. All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk more Con Air. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And if you don't mind, can I finish up the second half of the Con Air seating chart so we can get familiarized with every single character on the plane, except for the cops?
Yeah, hit me with it.
Now, can we give... I like Sally Bishop. She's really good. But can we give some props to Guard Falzon? Because he's quick. I wouldn't want to get into a pithy line competition with him because he's got him for days.
There is some good repartee in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what makes Cameron Poe stand out so much is that everything he says is so slow. He just takes his time. And everybody else in a world of quick comebacks, he's the guy who's really taking his time to say something.
He's good. Okay, so in the cockpit when they're taking off from Carson City, you have Diamond and Cyrus in there, then Swamp Thing, played by MC Gainey of Club Dread fame. Swamp
Thing is such a great character.
I love it. And then you have Sandino, who I always forget about Sandino. It's just, he has people but what I don't like about Sandino is that it takes a lot of the agency away from Cyrus because Sandino is just going to double cross him. And the only reason he gets found out is because Nic Cage saves them and John Cusack. Right. So it takes a little bit of the agency away from Cyrus. But then in 2B is Blade, played by Ty Granderson Jones, who helped me out a lot with this. Thank you very much by giving me the Ramirez names. And then in 2C we have Carlos. Carlos you would recognize anywhere. He's the one who gets killed in he's a big part of Sons of Anarchy. And he moved on to the other show, the Mayans. So he is Carlos. He's played by Emilio Rivera, big name now. Ajax is still.
So I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan.
Nice. You like some Hunnam.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Now, Ajax is still alive. Sally Can Dance, played by Mr. Hackers and Mr. Dangerous Minds, which I love. And then we have, Mongoose in 3C. And then in 3D, we have Khan number 1. He's still alive. Then we have Ramirez, the extra with the hat. Then we have Viking, the guy who wonders about the rock. Conrad, the guy with the neck tattoo, stupidly yells, "Did we take the plane?" And then Johnny 23 and Bedlam are still standing. Then in the back of the plane, in door 3, we have Garland Green. And then we have Cameron Poe, Baby Odell, and Warlock, who's really annoyed about being burnt by Pinball. And he gets his revenge. Now, Charlie Hunnam, could he play Cameron Poe?
No, but he could play Cyrus the Virus.
After watching The Gentleman and Lost City of Z and Sons of Anarchy, hey, that rhymed. It just makes me not like Pacific Rim at all. That movie. Right? That performance I don't, okay. Here's the thing, and I want to ask you something about these movies where a lot of people are like, first of all, I hate when people complain about child actors. That child actor was terrible. It's like, you're a terrible person. Like, why would you say a child gave a horrible performance? But you watch these movies where there's bad performances. In these big films, there are casting agents. There are producers. There are directors. There are editors. So when people like, oh man, that person's terrible in that movie, that actor sucks, and you're kind of thinking, well, like maybe they weren't ready for like, that's like taking me and putting me on an NHL team. Like people can't say I suck at hockey because I've never played it.
Right.
It's not fair, right? It's a Hayden Christensen type thing. So I think it comes.
Well, I liken it to when people were like, Christian Bale's voice in The Dark Knight was stupid. I'm like, yeah, but the director didn't tell him to stop.
Mm-hmm. It's like no one just sat there and watched it and went, yeah, we could do something better. And
yeah,
that's why I don't know where I'm going at this, but Charlie Hunnam in some of these movies are like, yeah, he sucks. I was like, I don't know. In Pacific Rim, no one really walked away except for Idris Elba looking strong. So I feel like Pacific Rim, all the dialogue was written during an all-nighter, and then all the world was built during the year before it.
But I also think in Pacific Rim, it was like, we've got these big robots punching each other. What else do we really need? And we're like, write some kind of script around it. Like, it's got the big robot factor, so we're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
The fans of big robot movies are going to like this robot movie.
Yeah. I can't get behind it. I'm going to ask you 5 questions about Con Air, and you're going to answer them.
Ooh, I love this.
Are you garrulous, loquacious, verbose, effusive, or chatty?
Chatty.
Okay. How many copies of Nathan Jones' book sold?
Ooh. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna answer the question as best I can. I'm gonna say like 100,000 copies sold, but like one person read it and is gonna commit a huge terrorist act based on the book.
Oh, I like that. Now, when Cameron Poe's in prison, what does he learn how to put together?
Other than origami?
Just origami. You got it. Perfect. Now, let's see. What else do we go? Let's see. I got other questions. I got. Oh, what kind of car does Cole Meany drive?
He's talking about his like 67 Corvette.
No, geez Louise. Okay.
With
now,
the ass kicker license plate.
If Johnny 23 wasn't Johnny 3, what would his real name be?
I think he goes by Jonathan.
No, I'd be Johnny 7000. Doesn't he say that?
Yeah, he does. He does say that. I think he's more of a Jonathan. He's one of those guys like, hey, John, actually, it's Jonathan.
Actually, I don't have the correct number. I figured you'd have it, so I feel silly now.
I think it's Johnny 6000.
Johnny 6000, got it. Like Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Short Circuit. Oh, there's so many actors in this, man. This makes me happy. And this movie,
it's a huge cast, especially like looking back at it, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the people that they pulled together. I mean, Bruckheimer was hot at the time.
Yeah.
I would say. So what led all these? Like, is it just you do these movies so you can make your own movies? Like, why is Malkovich in this movie?
I think Malkovich is in it because I think he is a little bit like Sam Jackson, where he just doesn't say no because he's in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he's done some funky flicks. No, that makes sense.
I think he's just like, I'm just gonna do my thing.
Now, why did this movie? Okay, so Face Off pulled in 128 million. The Rock pulled in 202 million. Why did Con Air make less than both of those at 120? You know, like why did it make less? So the totals are The Rock 134, Face Off 112, Con Air 101, domestic. Worldwide 128 for Face Off, 123 for Con Air, or 241 for Face Off, 224 for Con Air, and 336 for The Rock. So why did The Rock make so much money? And
Sean Connery for sure.
Do you think the pairing of Travolta and Cage carried Face Off to the second highest total?
100%. Travolta had a huge audience going into that movie, so I think he had a bigger following than Cage did.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the two A-listers going head to head. And Con Air is very much so a Nic Cage film. Now, Malkovich, I don't think anybody could be like, I hate John Malkovich, but he's not like a box office earner at this time.
He's not a draw. You don't go there for, at least then, you didn't go there for John Malkovich.
Yeah, and I hope people aren't angry, but yeah, you're not. It's not like I need to go see this new Malkovich picture called Con Air. So this is a movie. So it's impressive then that Con Air was carried on Nic Cage's burly shoulders, and it almost matched up with Face Off.
Right.
Now,
yeah, sure.
If John Travolta was Cyrus, what makes more, Face Off or Con Air?
No, I think John Travolta as Cyrus, it doesn't work. I don't think it works.
Because it's not a half and half.
Yeah, I don't think it's because Travolta is a certain kind of movie you're going to see Travolta in, where he's gonna just be Travolta, right? And so I don't know if that's gonna be the same draw for someone who's gonna like Con Air.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Malkovich was the perfect like surprise in this movie, because again, like I said, I sometimes forget he's in it. Like I know he's in it, but I'm like, oh yeah, Cyrus the Virus, because you're so into Cameron Poe.
I gotta tell you, I think my favorite moment of Cameron Poe is when Billy Bedlam says, "What are you looking at, punk?" He's like, "I'm just admiring your cage." It's just, it's kind of badass, right? He looks. Oh, there it is. I love it. So he looks at this. I just got a Rocketeer 2 picture with or Aircon photo with 2 jetpacks straight up. Aircon. All right, I'll add this to the post when you're looking at it, and I think it shows an edge to him. So how many times have you met the lead actor, the star, is a very pious, like, I'm just such a good person. This is a guy who's kind of in the he's in the trenches. He is kind of a bad boy, and it's refreshing, man. I'm telling you, I can't think of a comparable character to this.
I would say Dirty Harry would be the closest.
And yeah, he's just so murderous. Like it can't like I don't know. Yeah,
but again, Dirty Harry's doing the right thing, but he's got an edge to him. He's that kind of guy, right? Like
he's doing it the dirty way.
He is more murdery. Yeah, but no, I think it's kind of that Clint Eastwood anti-hero Mad Max kind of thing, but done with Southern charm.
What 2 states did the Marietta Mangler drive through wearing someone else's skin?
Ooh. That's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's got to be just Tennessee, North Carolina.
Okay.
Because Marietta Mangler, I live, like, there's Marietta, Georgia. So, right. I mean, I'm sure there's other Mariettas. But for me, a thin state, and then another one. Like, I don't think he's driving through, North Dakota, South Dakota.
No. Okay, so here's my Con Air. Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think he's driving through Mississippi and Arkansas on the diagonal.
Oh, yeah. Back roads?
Yeah. He's going to go through Little Rock.
Would people notice? And if you noticed, you're in an RV, right? You have your family, and you see a squirrely looking person wearing a face mask of skin. Mm-hmm. You just let that person go past you.
So I would probably get excited ever since I watched the making of Planet of the Apes, and Roddy McDowall hated putting on his makeup so much he would just wear it home and wear it back the next day. So he'd be driving down the freeway in 1968 wearing that incredible ape prosthetic face stuff, and people will just see him and not know what to make of it.
That's amazing.
So if I saw somebody wearing a face I'd be like, oh, he must be in a movie and not want to do his makeup every day.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume it's someone doing it on purpose.
Because that's not something you see every day.
So
unless that's something in Canada. Do people wear a lot of skin masks in Canada when they drive?
Well, I was going to say, we used to do conventions together, Mark. Yeah. We'd be at them and work them. And I was there with John and Louie one time, and they went to the zombie makeup tutorial, whatever, and got made up like they had gunshot wounds and whatnot. And we rode the subway home, and it was about an hour ride on the subway. And these guys had like Hollywood quality gunshot and head wounds, and nobody said anything. like for an hour, people just walk by, sit beside them, and just nobody mentioned it. So I think there's like a real life, like I don't want to engage in an awkward conversation right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny. John's got that nice bald head too. He could pull off a good zombie.
He really pulled off a good, like, hey, look, he's been in he's been in a bunch of zombie movies as an extra, like a zombie. He's been on some posters and stuff. Because
he's slim, and so that's perfect for zombies.
Him and his lady are like beasts. You mentioned the Tough Mudder at one convention we were at, and then he just went for it, and that's what they're all about now. And they're just tanks. They just go for it.
Wait, am I responsible for him doing that?
I'm gonna say yes.
Wow, because I talked about it a lot that weekend, and I had a bad ankle, and it set me back a few months.
No, I think that was the first thing. You're like, hey, what's your name? I was like, hey, I'm Adam. You're like, hey, I'm Mark. Check out this Tough Mudder. We're all about the Tough Mudder.
When I met you, I feel like I knew you, man.
Right?
It's like a messed up sound, like, you know that one, I knew I loved you before I met you? I knew you before I knew you.
Yeah. And like, very quickly, we were talking about like, hey, let's do a podcast together.
Yep.
And then it was like 6 years later we did Universal Soldier.
Let's open a burger joint.
Oh yeah, that's good. See, the thing is, that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh no, it will. I mean, the cliffhanger burger joints with friendly competition. Oof.
Yes.
Now,
very excited about that.
Stupid question. Do you think the pool scene was necessary, and why was it in there? And what were they trying to create suspense with? Is this man gonna murder this child? And is that?
Well, I think they were trying to like redeem him, and yeah, they're trying to like do the thing like, is this gonna happen? And it made me very, very uncomfortable, and I think that's what they were trying to do. And so yeah, I don't think it was necessary, but I think it was good they had it in there. Now, that being said, I didn't enjoy watching that scene. It's not like, oh, it's my favorite part of the movie, but in that, can it create, I always say a good horror movie is a movie that makes you feel something. When you turn it off, you're still not settled.
Yeah. This is still there, and he's still alive. He's going to go on another murder spree. He's going to leave Vegas with a skin on his face.
Well, here's the thing. Do you think that he's going to go murdering again, or do you think that he had a moment of like, redemption, and he kind of saw the light, or whatever you want to say, with this young girl, and he didn't kill her because he's reformed?
Well, it seems like it's pathological, and it seems like it's, I mean, I've never been inside the headspace of a serial killer, but how many of them have actually stopped?
None, actually. I don't think any have stopped, with the exception of maybe Jack the Ripper. We don't know for sure, though.
I mean, I guess some have stopped and they've never been caught, but it seems like a pathological return to the scene of the crime. I think he's leaving Vegas with a skull on his head.
Okay.
Not a mask.
And that could be a part of the sequel.
Oh. Do you think he wins money at Vegas? Is the Marietta Mangler a good gambler?
I think he's a great gambler because, it's all about poker faces. When it's pathological, you believe things. You're not fooling anybody. He could have, nothing in his hand and believe he's got, all the cards he needs.
Oh, so he'll will himself to victory?
Yeah, exactly. He's just going to believe that he's got a full house and play that way. People are going to fold, and he's going to win.
Wow.
He's going to go cool hand Luke without even trying.
How many eggs can he eat?
Oh, he can't eat 50, but close.
Now,
you'll believe it's 50.
Give me your top 5 moments of this movie.
Okay, top 5 moments. Rainy night palm strike.
Yeah, that's bad.
Moment, it's so good. It's so good. The pink snowball to Baby-O.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that moment. You can tell he's making friends. He's doing his thing. It was this year. This is going to maybe ruin some of my movie credentialing on the podcast. Maybe we're going to tank the show here. I was this year when I realized that guy was Bubba from Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
They're so vastly different characters. They look different. Like, to me, I had to like verify. I'm like, there's no way that's the same guy. And so I think that's a credit to his acting.
McKelty Williamson.
There. Yeah, but I think I love that character. But anyways, okay. So Rainy Night Palm Strike, Pink Snowball, Cameron Poe Spin Kick.
Oh gosh, unbelievable,
Right?
Unbelievable.
Right. I love the first standoff between Cameron Poe and John Cusack.
Yeah, can I trust you? I only trust two people.
Exactly. One of them's me, and the other's not you.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah,
right?
That's a great line.
Like I loved that moment. I think there was a good tension there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought was pretty neat. The moment they reveal Steve Buscemi's face,
yeah,
the first time you see it, and you're like, oh, all I've really seen him in before that was Desperado. At that point in time.
Oh wow.
What had he done before Con Air and Desperado?
Fargo.
Yeah, I guess he was in Fargo.
Yeah, he had been in a bunch of movies. I mean, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, but again, yeah. So he'd been in some stuff, but just the reveal of that face, you're like, oh, and it was very.
Airheads. You hadn't watched Airheads yet?
Oh, I had watched Airheads, so that would be the only. But again, that was like a funny movie at that point in time. So I
Escape from L.A.
School. Yeah. Escape from L.A. I wouldn't say it was like this is a Steve Buscemi film.
Wait, what?
No, but like so with Reservoir Dogs and with like Fargo and whatnot. So I was in grade 10 when I saw Con Air. So I was just kind of rediscovering all these movies for the first time at that point in time.
Got it.
But I had seen and loved Desperado, so that's where I knew him from.
What a great movie!
Oh, it's incredible. We got to do a Desperado episode.
No, I'm in. Robert Rodriguez, his Blu-rays are amazing. He loads them up with so much great stuff.
I remember the Once Upon a Time in Mexico DVD had like a cooking tutorial on it and stuff.
Yes. He gets his fans. It's him, Paul W.S. Anderson. They load their stuff up with commentaries. And can I get something off my chest real quick that annoys me? And I want to see what you think. It's off topic. Broken Lizard. For every single movie they've made, sans Super Troopers 2, they've done 2 commentaries. They split it up between 3 of them and 2 of them. And they will do 2 commentaries for every film. Super Troopers 2 was partly fan-funded. They raised a bunch of money to get more money to make it. So half fan-funded, something like that. It's the one movie where they haven't done a commentary. That's weird, right?
That is weird. Well, and I would say I have the same irritation for and then maybe this will be touchy, but Bryan Singer, when he made all the X-Men movies and stuff back in the day, he kept talking about Richard Donner's Superman. And I was like, oh, he's going to, the commentary for Superman Returns is going to be really, really good. And I was like, that'd be the one thing that could save that movie. And there was never a commentary for Superman Returns.
It's an interesting thing. I know Scorsese and Spielberg, and there's no commentary in this, by the way. That's why I didn't buy the Blu-ray, which I'm a little, you feel like you should own it, but I just have it digitally because there's no extras. There was a behind-the-scenes documentary that I sent to you that I really enjoyed. I mean, all the Vegas models, how big those were. Oh, went out in the
incredible.
Middle of nowhere and shot all that. I mean, it's a good. If you type in Con Air behind the scenes, I think it's on Vimeo. It's really worth the watch. But no, there's none on this, and I don't know. I know some directors say they don't want to give away their secrets, but I would love to hear on the Goodfellas Blu-ray Scorsese talking about how they got the Steadicam shot or the production design in that scene. It's stuff I've learned a lot from commentaries, and they've helped this podcast because I listen to all of them.
Commentaries are my favorite thing. Yeah,
you learn, and you know what? You don't have to totally focus on the movie because you can just listen to the commentary because you know the movie.
Right.
And
right.
It's just like I just listened to the Last Dragon commentary. Beautiful film. I love that commentary. Like the guy, it's by himself and it's beautiful. I tried to do a commentary by myself for Deep Blue Sea and I almost died. It was one of the most stressful things in my existence. I was incredibly sweaty. But
okay, so speaking of the Last Dragon, well, sort of. Let's take a sidestep. How do you feel about Dragon, the Bruce Lee story?
I haven't watched it in a long time. I saw it in theaters, and I remember thinking it was epic, but I haven't watched it since.
Okay, I think we should revisit that.
I'm down. Dude, you know me, man. I'm up for whatever. We just got to knock it out. Hey, so how about this? Let's do something real quick. And we've talked a lot about Con Air. We've talked about a lot of the movies that came around the time. Nic Cage. Let's do something now. Let's.
I love this. I love when we do stuff.
We can do a couple things, and I want to see what you think. Do you want to do a 1997 action movie draft, or would you like to do? Oh wow, there's a lot of them. Yeah, let's do a 1997 action movie draft real quick.
I love that.
All right, and since you're the guest, I'll give you first pick.
Okay, 97 action movie draft.
This is nuts. There's a lot of movies.
It is. Hold on, I'm just doing a little reference here. Starship Troopers.
Oh man.
Because that movie, I think we've talked about it, isn't well acted, but it's such a good premise and such a good movie that it's okay. It rises above, like, Denise Richards.
See, I think they're perfect in it. I think Verhoeven directed him like that, to be, like, boisterous and loud, and...
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. Oh, so I got... You threw a loop. You threw me for a loop.
Sorry, bud. Were you going to take it?
No, but now there's so many... oh, gosh. I guess I will take... Which... Oh, gosh, you killed me here. I'll do Fifth Element.
Oh, that's a great movie, too.
Because it's just the one I would watch right now. So I'm picking that. What's your second pick?
Oh. There's The Jackal.
The Jackal?
Jackal. Love The Jackal.
All right, so I'm going to take Con Air.
All right. I'm okay with that. I was like...
Okay, I won't take Con Air. I won't do that.
I thought that was clearly off limits, is what I thought.
I was a little shocked. I'm like, what is happening? Okay, so I won't do that. That's fair. I heard your reaction, so I won't do that. I will take. Well, I mean, is Face Off on good to go?
Yeah, for sure. Everything except Con Air is on the table.
All right, Face Off.
Okay. Very good.
Nice Jack Black cameo in Jackal, by the way.
Oh, dude, The Jackal is worth a rewatch.
It's good. Bruce Willis wearing wigs, can't beat it.
Yeah. No, it's great. Fire Down Below, my friend.
I was just looking at that movie. That's amazing.
It's so bananas.
All right, since you picked...
It's one of those movies where you buy the DVD, because I did it, and it's clearly just like someone just like taped it off of a VHS cassette.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Like it is no better than buying the VHS cassette.
There's a lot of plane movies in 97. You have Air Force One, Turbulence, Con Air.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you took that, I can't go and take something crazy. I have to go out there and put myself out there and take a weird pick. So let's see. Oh, man. I know. I'm stretching this out, but I don't want to take a good one. I want to take one that's worthy of a Fire Down Below. Wait. Oh, man.
Don't let my picks, throw you off the game. You do whatever you want to do. Just go for the throat. That's what I'm doing.
You're going for the throat?
Yeah, I'm just not doing it well.
I mean, you're finding a niche audience, that's for sure. I'll take, you know what? I'll do Air Force One.
That's a good pick. That's it. So here's the thing. I didn't love Air Force One because I felt like everything Harrison Ford did that wasn't Jack Ryan, Han Solo, or Indiana Jones just wasn't enough. I was like, nah, it's not. So I didn't love that movie, but I watched it again, I think last summer, and I was like, this is actually a pretty good movie. I should stop hating things just because they're successful.
Can I drop it?
Yeah.
Okay, I am dropping it. I just found the cornucopia of lists. I am going to pick Grosse Point Blank. Does that count as an action film?
Yes, with that fight scene?
Yeah, okay, good. And the gunfight at the end?
Yes.
All right.
No, 100% that counts.
Okay, fourth pick for you.
I love that you found a different list.
I was floundering there, but now I have too many.
Imagine we couldn't use the internet. We just had to
remember
wing it.
Yeah, it'd be Face Off 5 times.
Yeah, I'll take Face Off twice.
All right,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
The Saint.
Oh, you know what? That was on my list. I'm gonna take The Edge.
Oh, Peacemaker.
No, that was DreamWorks' first movie.
Yep.
Okay, so I have my last pick. Breakdown.
Oh, come on. Okay.
All right, so we each have 5. You have Starship Troopers, Jackal, Fire Down Below, The Saint, and Peacemaker. I have Fifth Element, Face Off, Grosse Point Blank, The Edge, and Breakdown. Can I lose Face Off and just pick another one?
If you really want to.
Face Off feels cynical to me.
Well, it feels like a no-brainer. It feels like we put like a little effort into that.
Yeah, we need to do more. So I'm either gonna take Double Team. There's Speed 2. Nothing to Lose. I enjoy that movie.
Nothing to Lose. What was Nothing to Lose?
Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
All right, so I'm gonna take. Is Spawn an action movie?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take Spawn because I love John Leguizamo.
So,
and he was in a plane movie, Executive Decision.
Oh, Executive Decision.
Man, the plane movies of the 90s as a plane movie. The
plane.
Executive Decision. Air Force One. Con Air. Turbulence.
I remember going to see Con Air with my father, and him being like visually upset that Seagal died so quickly.
Oh, you know what's funny? So on the Deep Blue Sea podcast, someone told a story about how they went to watch Deep Blue Sea. When Sam Jackson was killed, the father went, "We're out of here." I was like, "I paid to watch Sam Jackson." Just left.
Just called it. I'm out.
Now, that was pretty wild, though, when Seagal died.
It was. It was nuts, to be honest with you.
Oh, I love it.
Because he's on the poster.
Oh, I love it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're Cameron Poe, right?
Oh, yeah. I love this already.
We're the Poes. We are on a plane with a bunch of criminals, right? Let's take...
Yeah, I can relate to this so far.
You and I, let's pick 5 movie criminals or villains that we would like to be on this plane that we have to battle.
So we're picking the cons for the air?
Yeah. So we're putting the convicts in this plane. Can I go first?
I want you to go first.
I want to take Artemisia from 300 Rise of an Empire, played by Eva Green.
Wow.
She'd just be killing people. Chopping heads off, kissing decapitated heads. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's my first pick.
That's a great... Whew. It's a great first pick. You threw me a little for a loop because I was thinking like villains that would be like in a prison plane, but you went full like ancient times.
Yeah, she just gets Bill and Tedded and then gets arrested.
Okay, so there's no rules about like would they be around for prison times?
Nope, no rule.
Okay, Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Whoa. Man, you brought out the big gun. Big.
I'm going, yeah.
Okay, so you did Hans Gruber. Okay, so I have to go pick a villain now. I don't want anybody with the Force or anybody with powers, right?
Yep.
Don't want that. I'm going to take Calvin Candy from Django Unchained.
Ooh. That's a good pick, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm like, you're yeah, your picks are just kind of like blowing my mind a little bit. Like it's not what I'm expecting to do. It's sorry, you're just throwing me off a little bit, but it's okay. I'll get there. I think I got it here.
All right, who's your second pick?
And I don't want you to think that I'm doing a thing, but my next one would be Hans Landa.
Oh my gosh. Can he eat sweet cream?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He's just like there as a dessert guy.
So he escapes and just starts eating dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm going to take... Oh, wait, we have a big time. I don't care. I'm taking Go-Go from Kill Bill.
Oh, I like that a lot.
That just seems... I don't know.
That seems dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. We got danger on my plane.
Right. So I started doing a thing, and then your Go-Go made me change my mind. So I was going to do like the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon game in reverse. So like Hans Gruber and Hans Landa are connected because they have the same name. And then I was going to pick the villain from the Green Hornet, played by, I was going to keep doing things like that. But I'm not going to do that this time because Go-Go made me think of something else that I wanted to do, and I'm gonna go with Miho from Sin City.
Ooh,
does that count as a villain? Does that count?
I mean, sure. I mean, they murder people; they would get arrested.
Right.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, Miho.
I wouldn't want to mess around with that. That's for sure.
Right,
so I was looking through. Okay. Sho'nuff from The Last Dragon.
Ooh.
Is he a criminal?
I'm gonna say yeah.
He's an antagonist.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
So I have Artemisia, Calvin Candy, Go-Go, and Shonuff. You have Hans Landa, Hans Gruber, and Neo from Sin City.
How many people are we doing? Like
5.
Is it 3? 5?
Yeah.
All right, my next one. You ready for this?
Uh-oh, let's hear it.
I'm gonna go Chung Lee from Bloodsport.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Not bad, right?
That's amazing.
I'm trying. I'm swinging for the fences here, Mark.
That's a really good pick. All right, let's see. Oh man, so I got one last pick, and I need to pick a villain, but I want to do a human villain. I need to do a smart villain.
You can't pick like the Sarlacc.
Oh man, can I? Okay, now I don't want to do this because that's going to start an argument between us.
No, nothing will start an argument between us. You just go for it.
Baron Zemo from
that's
Captain
amazing.
America: Civil War.
That's fantastic.
All right, Baron Zemo, because he's going to turn everyone against each other. He's the smartest one there. So right now I don't really have a leader. Like Shonuff is an alpha, but he's not. Realistically, would Shonuff plan a hijacking of a plane?
No.
Would Go-Go?
No one. You don't have a mastermind yet.
Calvin Candy? Nah. Artemisia might, but that's why you have her and Baron Zemo. Oh,
right.
Man. All right, so you have Hans Gruber. You have 4, so you have your last one.
Okay. Now, I feel like Hans Gruber and Hans Landa orchestrated this together. Like, I feel like that's a thing. And now I feel like Chung Lee is going to be just like he's the ultimate intimidation.
Yeah.
Right? And then Miho is there.
Miho.
Just strictly as
sword murderer.
Yeah, just uncomprehendable.
Have you
just muscle? Just muscle, right?
Quick question. Now, she's also in Too Fast, Too Furious, which is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Right.
She's also in Dead or Alive. Have you watched that one? Would you consider that a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, no, 100%. You're not going to brag about that on a first date as like, hey, check out this movie that I love.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing you could do.
Right? But it is something that you would definitely watch and enjoy and not tell anybody about. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah, who you got?
And this is a bit of I think this is maybe the most jerk move that I've ever done. But I'm going to go Andrea is how you pronounce it, I think. But it's Jean-Claude Van Damme from Black Eagle.
Oh man, that's an interesting. I mean, you need John. I love him as a villain. Expendables 2.
Yep.
I love it. So in our planes we have Miho from Sin City, Hans Gruber from Die Hard, Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards, Chung Lee from Bloodsport, and Andrea from Black Eagle. And I have Artemisia from 300 Rise of an Empire, Calvin Candy, Django Unchained, Go-Go from Kill Bill, Shonuff from Last Dragon, and Baron Zemo from Captain America: Civil War.
Right.
This is a good plane. Put them all together.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
We have our planes. They're
Yeah.
full of our convicts. Can Cameron Poe save this plane?
Yes.
Is there any plane he couldn't save?
No. Okay. He's Ripley.
He is Ripley.
I mean, he is okay. This is what he has going for him. In The Rock, he would get destroyed. He would need a Connery. But in this one, he's mean enough that everyone would like him. Right? He's mean. And he has that temper. People would buy him as a criminal. But also, when the fighting starts in this movie, he takes people out in 4 seconds.
Oh, he doesn't. He's not a long fighter.
No.
It's just a matter of getting to the fight.
Every fight, that crouching fight, if Bedlam ran at him earlier in a standing fight, not a crouching fight, Bedlam's done in 3 seconds.
Spin kick. Done.
Yeah, done. I mean, they take out the people with the guns. The final fight, he takes out, Viking and Conrad like they're nothing. Just pieces of Swiss cheese. So, I mean, like Hans Gruber, he's done. Hans Gruber, I don't know, he's done. Hans Landa, he's not going to fight him. Miho does she have a sword?
I think she always does. Are you going to be the prison guard that takes her sword away?
So Miho, she would get her sword stuck in a chair, and then he would capitalize.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Chun-Li, he fell apart during the final fight of Bloodsport. He was winning.
He did.
He let... Now, think about it. He was losing the fight with the biker dude. I mean, he's a good fighter, right?
He was toying with them, Mark. Let's not rewrite history here.
He was losing, and and then he's beating up JCVD, and he takes a nap, then loses and falls apart. He's good on a mat.
Perfect recall of this movie.
He is not good in an aisle. I don't think his kicks work well in an aisle, but I think Cage's close quarters Army Ranger training and neck snapping would win in that fight.
Right. So you're saying there's no chance because of the landscape for Chun-Li to optimize his fighting ability.
Absolutely. His pecs are too big. He would get stuck.
Right.
Andrea, Black Eagle. If you're in the open, watch out for those kicks. But you're not throwing kicks in those aisles.
Right.
So you're not throwing a crouching kick. I mean, you could do like a breakdance kick, a capoeira kick maybe, but there wasn't that much room in there. So his weapons are done.
Hold on. You're telling me that there's room to do a capoeira kick, but not a spin kick?
Well, if you're crouching, if you're in a crouching position.
Okay.
And when you start with capoeira, you're on all fours sometimes. Yeah. So maybe he could throw a crouching kick, but he would hit a beam and break his ankle. Game over. Now, Baron Zemo, fist fight, done. Sho'nuff, that's his biggest competition, I think. But also there's no kicks. And when you watch Last Dragon, people jump out at the open at him, and they're throwing wild haymakers. He's not kicking anybody in this, right? So I got him. Go-Go.
Can I change one of mine?
Sure, but can I finish Go-Go?
Yeah, you finish yours.
Go-Go's not swinging anything in this plane. Nothing's swinging.
Right.
So he gets the win there. Calvin Candy, he ain't doing nothing. Artemisia, if she has her swords, I think she's the biggest threat because she does a lot of close.
I think both of our sword girls if they have their swords, they're a big threat.
Yeah, I would say that's the only way I see this losing. And if they both team up on him, he's dead.
Right.
So my thing is somehow it's like Duel of the Fates where they're beating the crap out of him and then they get stuck in that cage with him. Then he gets the upper hand. The other one runs in's angry, and then another door shuts, and then he's able to get the victory. That's the only way he can take them out.
Right. So I want to remove Hans Gruber from my team.
Oh, can we just have him on the plane eating?
Yeah, he's just there. He doesn't want to get involved. Because I feel like Hans Gruber and Hans Landa, they're both kind of masterminds that don't add a lot to the fight.
Mm-hmm. You want a fighter.
I want a fighter. So I'm going to go full mark here. I want to take Hans Gruber out, and I want to put in Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Well, here's the thing. That'd be perfect, right? But he couldn't fight in the below cargo hold.
No.
But the problem...
He's a Chun-Li candidate as well. The confinement of the plane is what's going to really be his undoing. However, I still want to have him on my team.
The big issue is that Cameron Poe is not going to nutshot him like Johnny Cage did.
No.
And when you are fighting a four-arm person in a...
Well, that's the thing. All of Cameron Poe's moves are designed for a two-armed assailant.
Yes. He's never prepped for a four-arm assailant.
Right.
And
with Ninja Turtle hands.
In a tight aisle, four hands are very, very... that's a luxury. Man, that's a tough one. He would have to... Jeez Louise. He would have to get him under the plane. Come get me, Goro.
Right.
Come get me, Goro.
I think that Cameron Poe would need to outsmart Goro.
Yeah. So he would have to he would put this is a great scene and you're going to love it. He puts a parachute on Goro, right? But then he presses the parachute, but then Goro's too powerful to go with it. So you think Goro's going to get pulled away. This parachute's full blast hanging out the back of this Con Air plane. He's not going anywhere, right? And then Goro goes, "You didn't think that would work?" And then Cameron Poe goes, "But I thought this would work." And then he punches him in the nuts.
Yeah, that's good.
And then he flies out.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you one more question about Con Air and the movie data?
I fluffed on that story.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's good. One thing has always bothered me about Con Air. One thing, Mark.
What?
When they put the water hose into the cab of the fire truck, that cab seems like oddly watertight. Do you think it's that watertight it would fill up like an aquarium like that?
No.
No, that part I was like, I'll buy landing a plane on the Vegas Strip. I'll buy all of this. The water cab thing, I'm like, that's not going to be like that. Come on now.
Okay, you're John Cusack's character.
Mm.
And they say to you, hey, you had a chance to blow up this plane, correct? Yes, over the desert with very little loss of life.
Yeah.
So just the people on the plane would have died. Yes, Cameron Poe would have died, and that's a tragedy. But Agent Vince Larkin instead has them land their plane on a strip with thousands of people.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
He would be instantly fired.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh man. Yeah, that's a pretty...
What about this is the sequel?
He's in jail?
He gets fired. He goes to jail because of his reckless abandon that he took with the safety of the public, the destruction of property. He gets reprimanded. He gets put in jail. He doesn't do well in jail. And then Cameron Poe's not even in the movie. It's Vince Larkin's Con Air.
Oh.
Nic Cage would have a cameo, and he'd be watching the news after this plane landed somewhere.
This would have to be on a double-decker plane, like a Snakes. It would be like on Snakes on a Plane.
No, so here's what it is. So it's not a plane full of convicts as per se. We're known about it, but it's Vince Larkin is being transferred by an air marshal on a commercial jet. It just so happens
Timothy Olyphant.
Oh, yes! Timothy Olyphant and John Cusack in Face Off 2. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, but so they're on a commercial jet, Timothy Olyphant and Vince Larkin, and let's make Timothy Olyphant Cameron Poe's brother, just brother-in-law, just for fun.
Reggie Poe?
Reggie. Well, his name wouldn't be Poe because he'd be a brother of wife. But whatever. So he's still in that southern accent, and so there's a connection there, but not a big one. But what happens is Larkin has gone full convict. His character is irredeemable.
Neck tattoos,
but he's arranged for the cartel to buy every seat on the commercial jet.
And then does Oliphant just get to have a hammer scene where he just kills people in an aisle?
Yeah, and it's Oliphant versus the cartel on a commercial jet.
Wow. So it's like 400 people against Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, no, it's Con Air Extreme. That's the name of the movie, Con Air Extreme.
And he's just he's whack-a-moling people with hammers.
Yeah.
When this plane lands, it's going to be trailing blood.
Yeah. No, it's going to be... No, here's the thing, though. He realizes at this is awful. He realizes at the end he's going to kill 15, 20 guys, and it's going to be a dramatic movie. But in the end scene, he's going to be in the cockpit with a wounded pilot, and he's going to be on the radio with Dulles Tower from Die Hard. There's going to be a tie-in there. And he's going to say, like, don't make the same mistake Vince Larkin made. Blow the plane up. We're not going to make it.
Oh.
You have one chance to take out the entire cartel. Blow it. And then they blow the plane up.
Wow.
He sacrifices himself.
And then during that song, his line is like, how can everyone live with you?
Right.
On this plane. So how can I live without you? How can people live with you all?
Right. Then, right when
So
you think
stupid.
it's done, you see him in an ejector seat a la Die Hard 2.
Wow.
And he actually survives.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the entire cartel goes down.
Yeah. He takes them all down, one fell swoop.
This summer, Timothy Olyphant, John Cusack, and Con Air 2. The sky is less friendly.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Blow the plane.
Blow the plane.
That's the whole commercial.
Yeah. The commercial is the final scene.
Can John Cusack have a toothpick the entire time?
Yeah. John Cusack's going to be so battle hardened. He's going to be like, remember when Van Damme finally went bad in the Universal Soldier movies?
Yeah.
He's going to be like that. That's how tough he's going to be.
Could a prime John Cusack pull off two toothpicks?
I think he's got one in his mouth and one behind his ear.
You know what's funny when you say that? That looks right to me, and I thought if it's both ears, it's silly.
Right. That'd be ridiculous.
What brings it back to normal if we have one in the mouth, two in the ears? What would make it normal? What would we have to add to make it seem organic?
If he had his t-shirt sleeve rolled up with a pack of toothpicks in it.
I love it. And then, like, why do you got a toothpick in your mouth and two in your ears? Why do you have two ears and a mouth?
And then, no, he just takes it from his mouth and stabs the guy in the eye.
Oh, two eyes. Two
That's
eyes.
Right.
How many eyes do you have? Two, dummy. Oh, right. Man. I should have seen it coming.
Should have seen it coming.
Con Air 2, should have seen it coming. Can he have a bunch of toothpick packages rolled up in his sleeves? Like he has one of those Columbia shirts?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
It's like the fishing ones, and it's all toothpicks. You can hear him when he runs.
Right, it's like shake, shake, shake.
Wesley Snipes was big on toothpicks and Undefeated.
Yeah.
So hey, final thoughts about Con Air?
Final thoughts on Con Air is that this next July 14th, I would like everyone to be watching Con Air together. Maybe in like a post-pandemic world where everyone's comfortable on Zoom, we should do on July 14th a live viewing and commentary, Mark.
I would 100% be down for that. Let's do it.
Right? We just broadcast it. People can sign in and just listen to us talk about Con Air as we watch it together.
If there's a watch party we can do and then put Con Air on.
Yeah, let's do that. July 14th.
July 14th. Done. Well, this was fun, man. Thank you for joining me.
Anytime, Mark.
So if you want to hear about all the references we made during this, and if I can remember, head to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and you will see movies, films, well, it's exact, you listen to the podcast, so just add a .com to that. And you can see the posters that Adam made, you can see the seating chart, everything. So you can check it all out at moviesfilmsandflicks.com. So what are we doing next?
Don't know what we're doing next. There's something coming up.
Yeah, we've had about 4,000 movies we wanted to do.
Yeah. We like a lot of good movies, Mark.
Yeah. We should talk about Youngblood again.
Ooh, Youngblood would be good. Also, you know what I'm going to do? My buddy Bill, I got this buddy Bill, and he's a high school teacher, and he does like this fundraiser. People like donate stuff to him. And so someone donated him like 1,000 DVDs, but then his principal was like, no, you can't sell these DVDs because it might be inappropriate. So he just brought these boxes to my house. He's like, go through and see if you want anything. So I think I'm going to do some blind grabs, and then we'll talk about one of those. Like we'll just do like fate take chance. I'll send you a picture of like 3 random picks, and we'll see which one comes up best.
I am 100% down for that. That sounds amazing.
Awesome.
And then also we still have to do our VHS. I just have to go find 3 more.
I'm so pumped up about my team.
You're gonna be jealous of mine, but you're gonna win.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna win because I'm making a substitute.
Uh-oh.
I'm taking out one that's a sure bet. Because you know me, Mark. I always like to put 1 or 2 in there that I'm like, I may not win because of this, but I want the world to know I love this film.
So I have no sure bets in my squad. Just giving you a heads up.
Yeah, but your squads are never sure bets, but it's like one of those things where your movie choices are like cheddar and pear pie. Because when I say cheddar and pear pie, it sounds unappetizing. When you try it, it will be your favorite pie for life.
Yeah, I mean that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, man. I'm very happy about that. I try hard. I'm very excited about my 2000s tournament that's going on at moviesfilmsandflicks.com. I like my little squad.
I think of all the squads I put together in the history of movies and films and flicks, my 2000s squad is my strongest one. Like my best contender for a victory.
Yeah, you got some all-timers in there. I have Club Dread and like Black Dynamite Unbreakable, Heartbreakers, and National Treasure.
When I finally, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's this time, but when I finally win a tournament, Mark, I will be posting to Movies, Films, and Flicks a election victory style speech.
Absolutely.
Be aware of that.
I still haven't won.
No. Has Meg won?
Yep, she won the horror movie one. She steamrolled everybody.
She did.
She put together.
I was close one time. I was down to the semifinals one time.
Oh, yeah.
And I lost by 1%.
Yeah, you were in a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the polls actually worked on Facebook.
Right. What happened? Are just polls not working anywhere in the world right now?
Yeah, they don't. It's weird. The Facebook's is not, so I had to find a way around it. We still do great polls. They're still enjoyable, but they're not as user-friendly.
No, but they're still as nail-biting.
Yeah, they're nerve-wracking. But hey, thank you for joining me, man. This was fun.
Anytime, brother.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.